Welcome back to another edition. Thanks so much for joining us on Queenie Connection, as there's lots to get through. Coming up on the show, we have more from the Belleville Theatre Guild, an update about the Career Closet through Meta Employment Services. But joining us, a Loyola College professor and also working at George Brown, where she joins us now, is Nicole Gallucci, who's just launched her brand new book. So Nicole, great to have you on the show. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
Walk us through kind of the book, the title, and kind of how you got started.
So here it is. So it's called Life Blueprint, and it's a step-by-step process for creating an extraordinary life. Because let's be honest, all of us face crossroads. We are all debating, should we go this way? Should we go that way? What do I want to do with my life? Should I change careers? Should I start a side hustle? Should I take that dream that I put on the shelf off the shelf? Like, what should I do? And so as we're heading into 2024, New Year's resolutions, all the things, this is a good opportunity to do a bit of that check-in and really have a step-by-step guide. And, I found that I needed this in my personal life because there isn't a step-by-step guide out there. There's, courses and workshops and books in the self-help category that are good for vision boards, goals, your mission and purpose, but there wasn't something that actually brought it all together. So the Life Blueprint process brings it all together.
What's your background teaching, Nicole, and kind of how did this become a launching pad for other things?
So that's a great question. So I started teaching in 2015 as a guest lecturer. I teach marketing and I teach strategy. And I evolved into teaching because I was literally asked to come and speak with students. And then as I was speaking with students, they were asking me to mentor them and coach them. I had created this process for myself and for my own company and our own team. And then I was like, we need to evolve this and share it more and more because so many people were asking for it. So it's now the book, public workshops, virtual workshops, an e-course, you name it, because so many people have been asking for it. So I'm on a mission really to share the process out because I honestly think we need it. When we're stuck, we ask people for advice, but we have all the answers inside us. We just need to do the work to figure that out. And once we do figure out, it serves us for the rest of our life.
What are some of the first initial steps, especially for younger folks out there looking to kind of change careers or kind of sit back and go, what's next?
What do I really want to be when I grow up? That's timeless and ageless, by the way. I have to say that. And so it's interesting. I start off the book with actually doing a bit of a vision session because we need something positive and something big to carry us forward. So I actually do an exercise that has you think big, but then dream even bigger. And then we go through some groundwork after that, so that you really take note of where you are and what has gotten you to this point. And then we start to evolve into that, into your values, the kind of legacy that you want to have. And then we get very specific into goals so that by the time you're finished this, you have a strong action plan. And I think that's where, the rubber really meets the road, is that we holistically make sure everything that comes together and it's all integrated and connected. And you literally have a plan that begins tomorrow. And so that's how things start to unfold. And that's where we start to see the success really happen.
So the book just came out. What has the reaction been like, especially with your students in the classrooms?
Well, today we've already had a couple of small launches today. We are having a really big launch. And so there's a lot of excitement and noise in the background downstairs, which you can hear. So many of my students have gone through the process. I've taken over 5,000 people through the process. I've got testimonials, etc. So we have some students that are sharing their stories on how it has impacted them and really given them clarity. So far, I have to be honest, we've had very good reception. But I will also share that we've got students that are ranging in age from 18, 19 to 62, 63. And it's quite the spectrum because it's really about being at a crossroads and making decisions and figuring out what we want to do with our life. And we already have a life in motion and we already have roles and responsibilities. So often we want to go off in a tangent, but we don't because we're afraid of, upsetting what we already have in place. And I think what this allows us to do is to put the steps in place to think about what we really want, how it can all come together, and then how we can make it happen with respect for the life that we're in.
Now that the book is in print and it's been out for a little while, Nicole, how has that impacted you, especially on your journey right now?
So I got to be honest, it makes me cry because people come up to me. I had a student come up to me today, and she lost her mom a few months ago. And so she has lost her footing. And so she said by going through the exercises, she's refinding herself and really figuring out what she wants. And so when I start to hear these stories from people, this is what is really fueling me to keep going. Because let's be honest, writing a book is very vulnerable, putting yourself out there, very vulnerable. But the win is when you see the impact that you can have, then it's like, oh no, I can do this. I can do this. I've got to keep sharing the process because it is impacting people's lives, and it's giving them something to lean into so they can figure things out. You know, we weren't born with a manual. And this certainly isn't the be all and end all, but it's definitely something that makes you think and allows you to carve a path so that you can have the extraordinary life that you deserve.
How can we get a copy of Life Blueprint? Where can we keep up to date with all your announcements?
So obviously you can go on NicoleGallucci.com. Very easy to find me there. It's also on Amazon, and it's starting to show up now in local bookstores. So you're welcome to grab a copy there. We've also launched Life Notes. And so it's just a very simple journal, and it's got a QR code on it. So it'll give you extra prompts for journaling and meditations and extra insights. So the two of them are a great little 1-2 hit because you do get lots of self-awareness knowledge as you're going through the process. So it's kind of nice to take that in and take note of it.
Are there going to be some workshops, especially heading into kind of 2024 and planning the new year?
Yeah, so thank you for asking that. So we've already got some workshops that we've identified on the website, and then I'm having local communities ask if we can come and host in their community. So I've got a couple that I've published right now. I've also got the virtual workshop that I'm doing. So obviously that can be global. And then obviously there's the e-course, but I will be putting out more and more each day as we fine tune with local communities because I want to go anywhere and everywhere. So people shouldn't hesitate to reach out if they'd like me to come to their area.
Any plans for our backyard here at Loyalist College in Belleville with kind of bringing it out to the Quinte region a little bit more?
Girlfriend, I am dying to come out to obviously do something in Quinte. So I'm obviously going to be talking to the local bookstores there, and we're hoping to do a similar event at Loyalist, and then obviously run some conferences and workshops right out of Loyalist as well.
Excellent. Well, Nicole Gallucci, once again, congratulations. Safe travels back to Belleville, and we'll see you shortly. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. I really appreciate your time. Have a great day, everybody.